stop. Before you click away, answer this honestly. Do you really understand what the woman in your life wants from you? Because if she's over 40, I'm about to tell you something that might completely change how you see your relationship. And here's the kicker. 95% of men get this completely wrong. Are you one of them? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share isn't just some relationship advice. This is pure science. This is psychology. And this could be the difference between a thriving relationship and one that's barely surviving. Let me start with something that happened to my colleague Mark. Successful guy, great career, married for 15 years. One day, his wife turned 42, and he said everything changed overnight. She wasn't the same person anymore. She started wanting different things, acting differently. And Mark, he had no clue what was happening. He tried everything he knew. Flowers, date nights, expensive gifts. Nothing worked. Because he was solving the wrong problem. He didn't understand what was actually happening inside her brain. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Because when a woman hits 40, something extraordinary happens in her mind. Not just emotionally, but biologically, neurologically, psychologically. Her brain literally rewires itself. And if you don't understand this, you're going to keep making the same mistakes that 95% of men make. You're going to keep wondering why things feel different, why she seems distant, why the connection isn't what it used to be. But here's the good news. Once you understand what's really going on, everything clicks. You'll finally get why she reacts the way she does, why her priorities have shifted, and most importantly, you'll know exactly what she needs from you. Not what you think she needs, what she actually needs. So let's talk about what's really happening inside a woman's brain after 40. And trust me, this is going to blow your mind. First thing you need to understand. Her brain is going through what neuroscientists call a neurobiological transition. Around age 40, women experience significant hormonal changes. Estrogen levels start fluctuating wildly. Progesterone begins its decline. And here's what most men don't realize. These aren't just physical changes. These hormones directly affect brain chemistry. They change how she processes emotions, how she perceives relationships, how she experiences stress, and yes, how she sees you. When estrogen drops, the amygdala, that's the emotional center of the brain, becomes more sensitive. She's not being emotional for no reason. Her brain is literally processing feelings more intensely than before. The prefrontal cortex, which handles decision-making and social behavior, also gets affected. This means she's reassessing everything. Her life, her choices, her relationships, her purpose. And this isn't a phase. This is biology. But here's where it gets really interesting. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that women in their 40s experience what's called increased neural pruning. The brain starts cutting away unused neural pathways and strengthening the ones that matter. Translation: she's becoming more focused on what truly matters to her. The superficial stuff that might have satisfied her in her 20s and 30s. It doesn't work anymore. She's looking for depth, for meaning, for genuine connection. And this is where 95% of men mess up. They keep doing what worked 10 years ago. They think if they just try harder with the same old approach, things will get better. But that's like trying to unlock a new door with an old key. It's not going to work. So what does she actually want? Let's break this down with crystal clarity. Number 1. She wants to be seen, not looked at. Seen. There's a massive difference. After 40, women develop what psychologists call heightened self-awareness. She knows herself better than ever before. She knows her worth. She knows what she brings to the table. And she wants you to see that too. Not just notice her physical appearance, though that matters, but really see her, her intelligence, her emotional depth, her struggles, her growth, her complexity. How often do you actually stop and observe her? Not just glance, but really observe. Do you notice when she's had a tough day, even when she doesn't say it? Do you pick up on the small changes in her mood, her energy, her needs? Because her brain is now wired to pick up on whether you're truly present or just physically there. And trust me, she can tell the difference. Research from the University of California shows that women over 40 have enhanced intuition and emotional intelligence. They can read micro-expressions and body language better than ever. So when you're distracted, when you're not fully engaged, when you're just going through the motions, she knows, and it creates distance. She starts feeling invisible, unseen, unappreciated, and that's a dangerous place for any relationship to be. What she needs from you is intentional attention. Put the phone down. Turn off the TV. Look her in the eyes. Ask her real questions. Not surface level stuff like how was your day? Ask her what she's thinking about. What's been on her mind lately? What she's excited about or worried about. And then, here's the crucial part. Actually listen. Don't interrupt. Don't try to fix. Don't minimize. Just listen. Let her feel heard. Let her feel seen, because when she feels truly seen by you, something powerful happens. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, gets released. Her stress levels drop. Her trust in you deepens. And the connection between you strengthens. It's not complicated, but it requires you to be present, fully present. Number 2. She wants emotional partnership, not just companionship. There's a huge difference between living together and building a life together. After 40, women are done with surface-level relationships. They've been there, done that. They want depth. They want someone who engages with them emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Here's what the research shows. Studies from the Gottman Institute reveal that women in their 40s rate emotional connection as the number 1 factor in relationship satisfaction. Not financial security, not physical attraction, emotional partnership. She wants to know that you're in this with her, that you understand her inner world, that you're interested in her thoughts, her dreams, her fears, her evolution as a person. And here's the part that trips up most men. Emotional partnership doesn't mean you have to become super emotional yourself. It means you have to be emotionally available. It means when she shares something vulnerable with you, you don't shut it down. You don't dismiss it. You don't make it about you. You hold space for her. You validate her experience. You show empathy. Let me give you an example. She comes to you and says she's been feeling disconnected lately, feeling like life is passing her by. 95% of men will either get defensive, thinking she's criticizing them, or they'll try to fix it with solutions. Buy a vacation package. Suggest a hobby. Tell her she's overthinking. But that's not what she needs. She needs you to say, "Tell me more about that. Help me understand what you're feeling." She needs to know you can handle her emotions without trying to fix, dismiss, or avoid them. Because here's the psychological truth. When a woman feels emotionally safe with you, she opens up, she connects, she invests. But when she feels like her emotions are too much for you, she shuts down. She starts protecting herself from you. And that's when the real distance begins. Number 3. She wants growth, not stagnation. This is huge. After 40, women enter what developmental psychologists call the generativity stage. It's a phase where people become focused on creating meaning, contributing to the world, leaving a legacy. She's not content with just existing anymore. She wants to grow. She wants to evolve. She wants to become more of who she's meant to be. And here's the critical question. Are you supporting that growth, or are you threatened by it? Because a lot of men, when their partner starts wanting more, learning new things, pursuing new interests, taking up space in different ways, they feel threatened. They worry she's outgrowing them. So they consciously or unconsciously try to keep her small. They make jokes about her new interests. They don't take her ambitions seriously. They subtly discourage her. Big mistake. Huge mistake. Because when you try to keep her in the box she's outgrown, you become the obstacle. And nobody wants to be in a relationship with an obstacle. What she needs from you is encouragement, support, genuine interest in her growth. Ask her about what she's learning. Celebrate her wins. Make space for her to explore new parts of herself. Be her biggest cheerleader, not her biggest critic. Stanford University research shows that women who feel supported in their personal growth report significantly higher relationship satisfaction. And the opposite is also true. Women who feel held back or unsupported are far more likely to feel resentful, disconnected, and ultimately, they check out. Not always physically, but emotionally. And that's even worse. So if she's taking a course, starting a business, diving into a new passion, exploring spirituality, whatever it is, get on board. Show genuine interest. Ask questions. Be curious about who she's becoming. Because when you support her growth, you become part of her journey. And that creates a bond that's almost impossible to break. Number 4. And this is the one that really catches men off guard. She wants respect more than romance. Now, don't get me wrong, romance still matters. But if you're bringing her flowers while disrespecting her opinions, dismissing her feelings, or treating her like she's less than, those flowers mean nothing. After 40, women have zero tolerance for disrespect. And here's why. Neuroscience shows that the female brain becomes more sensitive to fairness and equality as women age. She's done putting up with being talked down to, being interrupted, being treated like her thoughts don't matter. She's done with being the only one managing the household, the emotional labor, the mental load. She's done with feeling like a servant instead of a partner. Respect means treating her as an equal. It means valuing her time as much as you value yours. It means sharing responsibilities, not just helping out. It means listening when she speaks without interrupting or dismissing. It means asking for her input on decisions that affect both of you. It means acknowledging her expertise, her intelligence, her capabilities. And here's the thing that men often miss. Disrespect doesn't always look obvious. It's not always yelling or name-calling. Sometimes it's subtle. It's talking over her. It's making decisions without consulting her. It's expecting her to handle everything domestic while you focus on your career. It's treating her opinions as suggestions while yours are facts. It's weaponized incompetence, where you pretend you can't do basic tasks, so she has to do them. Yale research indicates that perceived disrespect is one of the top predictors of relationship dissatisfaction in women over 40. Because at this stage, she knows her worth, and she's not going to accept being treated as less than. Show her respect in your words, your actions, your decisions. Treat her like the intelligent, capable, valuable person she is, because that's what she is. Number 5, and this might surprise you. She wants authenticity over perfection. In her 20s and 30s, she might have been concerned with appearances, keeping up with the Joneses, having the perfect house, the perfect life, the perfect image. But after 40, something shifts. She stops caring about impressing others and starts caring about being real. Psychological studies show that women in their 40s experience what's called authenticity emergence. They become more comfortable in their own skin, more willing to be vulnerable, more interested in genuine connection than surface-level perfection. And she wants the same from you. She doesn't need you to be perfect. She needs you to be real, to be honest about your struggles, your fears, your uncertainties, to drop the mask and just be human with her. When you pretend everything is fine when it's not, when you hide your emotions, when you put on a tough guy act, you create distance, because she can see through it, and it makes her feel like you don't trust her enough to be real with her. Show her your humanity. Tell her when you're stressed. Admit when you don't have all the answers. Be vulnerable about your own insecurities. That's not weakness. That's strength. That's intimacy. Because here's the beautiful truth. When you're authentic with her, it gives her permission to be authentic too. And that's where real connection happens. Not in the highlight reel, in the behind the scenes, in the messy, imperfect, beautifully human moments. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Physical intimacy. Because, yes, this changes too. And most men completely misunderstand what's happening. After 40, hormonal changes affect a woman's libido, her physical comfort, her experience of intimacy. But here's what research from Johns Hopkins tells us. It's not that women over 40 want less intimacy. They want different intimacy. They want emotional connection before physical connection. They want to feel desired, not just wanted. They want presence, not just performance. If the emotional connection isn't there, if she doesn't feel seen, respected, supported, then physical intimacy feels empty. It feels like you just want her body, not her, and that's a turnoff. But when the emotional foundation is strong, when she feels truly connected to you, physical intimacy becomes deeper, more meaningful, more satisfying for both of you. So stop treating intimacy like it exists in a vacuum. Stop thinking you can ignore her emotional needs all day and then expect her to be responsive at night. It doesn't work that way. Intimacy starts with how you treat her in the morning, how you speak to her during the day, how you show up for her emotionally. Build that foundation, and the physical connection will follow naturally. Here's something else you need to know. She's dealing with things you might not see. Society puts incredible pressure on women as they age. There's judgment about appearance, relevance, value. She might be navigating perimenopause or menopause with all the physical and emotional challenges that brings. She might be dealing with aging parents, grown children, career transitions, identity shifts. All while society keeps telling her she's past her prime. Your job isn't to fix all of that. Your job is to be her safe space, to remind her of her worth, to see her beauty, not just physical, but the whole of who she is, to appreciate her strength, her resilience, her depth, to make sure that when the world is harsh, she can come home to someone who sees her value, celebrates her, supports her. And here's the promise. When you get this right, when you truly understand what she needs and you show up for her in these ways, something incredible happens. She doesn't just stay, she thrives. And so does your relationship. The connection deepens. The trust strengthens. The love matures into something richer, more meaningful, more fulfilling than anything you experienced in your 20s or 30s. Because a woman in her 40s who feels seen, respected, supported, and loved, she's unstoppable. She's at the peak of her power, her emotional intelligence, her wisdom, her capacity for deep connection. It's all at its highest. And when you're the man who recognizes that, who appreciates that, who partners with that, you don't just have a relationship, you have something extraordinary. So let me ask you again, are you one of the 95% who's getting this wrong? Or are you ready to be part of the 5% who actually gets it? Because here's the truth. This isn't about changing who you are. This is about evolving how you show up. It's about understanding that as she changes, your approach needs to change too. It's about recognizing that the woman she's becoming deserves a partner who's growing alongside her, not one who's stuck in the past. Look, I know this is a lot to take in, but here's what I want you to do. Think about your relationship right now. Really think about it. Are you truly seeing her? Are you showing up emotionally? Are you supporting her growth? Are you treating her with genuine respect? Are you being authentic? If you're honest with yourself and the answer to any of those questions is no or I don't know, then you've got work to do, and that's okay. Awareness is the first step. Start small. Tonight, put your phone away. Look her in the eyes. Ask her what's been on her mind lately, and then just listen. Don't fix. Don't judge. Just listen. See what happens. I promise you that one small act of being truly present can start shifting everything. And here's the thing about women over 40. They're not interested in games. They're not interested in potential. They're interested in reality, in who you actually are and how you actually show up. So show up, be present, be intentional, be the partner she deserves. Because if you don't, someone else will. Or worse, she realizes she's better off alone. And you'll spend the rest of your life wondering, what went wrong when the answer was right in front of you the whole time? This is your wake-up call. This is your chance to get it right. Don't waste it. Because life is short and meaningful connection is rare. When you have someone who's willing to build a life with you, who's invested in you, who sees potential in you, don't take that for granted. Honor it, protect it, nurture it, show up for it every single day. If this resonated with you, if you're starting to see things differently, drop a comment below and let me know. Tell me what surprised you most. Tell me what you're going to do differently. And if you know a man who needs to hear this, share this video with him, because we all need reminders about what really matters in relationships. We all need to keep growing, keep learning, keep showing up better. And if you want more content like this, real talk about relationships, psychology, personal growth, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. We're diving deep into what makes relationships actually work. Not the fairy tale version, the real version. The messy, beautiful, challenging, rewarding truth about building something that lasts. Remember, understanding what a woman over 40 wants isn't complicated. But it does require you to pay attention, to be present, to be intentional, to see her. Really see her. And when you do that, everything changes. For her, for you, for your relationship. So are you ready to be part of the 5% who gets it right? The choice is yours. Make it count.